I'll say Ganpati Bappa. You say Moria.
Moria. Okay.
Amazing,
That's awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
That is definitely getting
One more
me
time.
laugh.
One more time. One more
One
time.
more time.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be
Ganpati Bappa.
Moria.
Moria. That's getting a good laugh, dude. Remember, try out things that your body suits your body. Go for random martial arts classes. Go for dancing. Dancing is
Hmm.
the best. Swimming is so much. It's fun, and the next half comes from here. Yes, it's spiritual, I feel. And by spirituality, I don't mean going to temples or churches. That's another thing altogether. I go to temples and churches because my mom wants me to. But I feel that whosoever, that
Yeah.
God, that energy is in here.
Do bop, do bop, do ya. Do ya, do ya, do bop. Now let's talk with the doers, the dreamers, believers, achievers, the successful people with their eyes to the sky and their feet on the ground. Jai ho, Jai ho, Jai ho. This is Jai Kumar Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cheho. I'm your host, Jay Kumar, and as you know, in this show, we talk to the people who inspire us. ऐसे लोग जिनकी सब जय जयकार कर रहे हो. Chaho translates loosely from Hindi as let there be victory. Now, the term can also mean praise from your heart. Chaho is a way of saying we praise you for your victory over life challenges. Now, the idea of praising victory for overcoming life challenges applies very well to our today's guest. Our guest today is a multi-talented Manisha Ram Kelkar. Manisha is an Indian actress who is trained Kathak dancer and appeared in many Bollywood and Marathi films. She's also well known for anchoring many big events like Marathi Film Technical Awards, Comedy Express, Times of India Red Carpet, Cricket World Cup host, and many such other shows. The another interesting part of her is that she is Formula 4 racer. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, she is simply amazing. So now, without taking much time, let me invite Manisha Kelkar.
Oh, Jay, thank you for such a lovely introduction. Thank you, and it's my pleasure to be on the show.
So Manisha, before we continue our conversation, Jaho and Jaho team has created a special showreel on your work and on your journey. Let's have a look, and then we can continue our conversation.
Next famous face, I'm sure you know her well. Has starred in Banduk and Wanch Fail. With many skills to her name, the talent's unreal. Whether in the movies, runway or behind the wheel, Marathi cinema and Bollywood. If you haven't seen her movies, then you definitely should. Her studies in education mean she has a degree in filmmaking and in microbiology. Actress, model, Formula 4 racer. What can be better? We cannot wait to meet her on J-Ho, the J. Kumar Show. It's Manisha Kelkar, the superstar Manisha Kelkar.
Oh my God, Jay! Thank you for such a wonderful introduction. What a lovely song. So sweet of you. And I think you have shown all the aspects of my acting, my racing, everything in this little time that you had. So cool. So I think hats off to the whole team. I think they've worked really hard. Editors, one thing I would say for Rumi is editors are the most crucial bit of any kind of filmmaking because um, I believe a, a new film is made on the editing table. Entirely new film can be made on the editing table. What you shot is a different thing. What you make on the editing table. So these people,
Wow.
thumbs up to Rumi.
Yay! Jeho team is so lucky.
Good. I am excited to start this interview.
Manisha ji, in last few days, me and the Jeho team, we were researching on you, and I must say that the more and more research we did on you, we find you more and more impressive. Now, you have done Bollywood films, you have done Marathi films, now you're also doing Hollywood film. You have done TV, you have done, hosted many events, and you're altogether now into Formula 4 racing. So my first question is, who is Manisha?
Oh my goodness. Manisha kaun hai? What a question. No one has ever asked me this question.
Hmm.
Actually speaking, to tell you the truth, I don't know myself. I love surprises in life. Like every day, every other day, I wake up uh, uh, really excited. Okay, what's going to happen today?
Hmm.
And I don't know how I'm going to behave in certain situations, how I meet people. Everything is a surprise, and I love the fact. I love life because of that. So sometimes I surprise myself too. So I love that. So Manisha is everyone. Manisha is an actor. She loves her camera. Manisha is a racer, crazy behind her cars. Manisha is a daughter. I love my mom, my dad. I think whatever values I have today is because of them. I love my friends. They are my treasure. So, I am very greedy and I keep them to myself.
Hmm.
And I love, uh, I love people. Dude, I'm a people's person.
I
So
can see
yeah,
that.
and I know someone in my life right now. Really, there's Jay. Jay has entered my life, and he's becoming a good friend now. And really love this person. Before we start all about me, I would like to tell all the audiences, like this guy here, Jay. I won't talk much, but I'll tell you one thing: he's super dedicated and super hardworking. I never felt I was talking to someone who lives in US because he picks up your call anytime. He can message you, reply to you anytime. So the time difference is never bothering for him. So yeah, I'm just okay. That's about me and Jay. Let's carry on forward.
Thank you, Manisha. Thanks for your kind words. I think, I truly believe that time and time zone and location are the things of past. It doesn't matter which time zone you are and which location where you live. If you want to do something because of this technology, you can achieve that. Now, you mentioned about your parents. Um, and so, your parents, just for my audience, Mr. Ram Kelkar, who was a well-known scriptwriter and has written many famous dialogues, which we will be talking later in the episode. But then, and also your mother, Miss Jeevan Kala, she was on TV very recently in a dance show. So, they achieved big in their life. Do you think it's easy or tough to succeed when you have big shoes to fill in? And is there a pressure on you, and how you manage that kind of a pressure?
My parents, uh, both of them, have achieved great success in their respective fields. My dad, Mr. Ram Kelkar, is a well-known, renowned screenplay writer, dialogue writer, everything. They used to call him a Silver Jubilee writer because his films used to
Mm.
be sold just by his name, Ram Lakhan, Khalnayak, Hero, Aapki Kasam, many, many more. My mom is a classical dancer, Kathak dancer, my guru too, and all super hit songs. Uh, that pressure, you saying? No. And thanks to my parents, there was never a pressure because uh, during school time, I was a good student. I loved my studies. And still, my dad, at times, my mom was a little strict, but my dad used to be so lenient. He's like, you don't need to study the whole year, before the exam. Study rest of the year, just play and do what you want to do. So it's it's your childhood. It should not be just studies, it should be everything. At times there have been times when dad has like sneaked me out of school, saying ki aaj tell people you have a stomach ache and I'll take you back and we'll go out, and mom was not aware of this. I'm telling you, not at all. Okay, so it was our little secret. And so there was no pressure. uh,
Mm,
and always he used to say, Do whatever you want to do, but do give your best." And for the longest time I really wanted to study and wanted to be a pilot. And there's another story to it. I was very good at science and all. I even gave them medical entrance and stuff. Oh, so many things. But yeah, camera. I chose my camera at the last, and I'm super happy about it. So no pressure. I think parents should not put any kind of pressure on their children, and that's how, let them choose their own path. Many reporters also ask me the same question, and I'm so glad, I can say, for
mm.
these parents.
Yeah, Manisha, when you say a basic qualification, that's one thing. But when you say that you are masters in microbiology, that's a different thing. Yeah.
Yeah, true, true, true. It's changing though. He wanted to study a lot, but because of circumstances, he couldn't. So he wanted his children to study. So he
Mm,
was like, "There, do whatever you want, but finish your studies." So he was very happy about me getting good marks and finishing my post graduation and stuff. Uh, but yeah, in India, it is a little that pressure is there. You finish your studies, but why not? Any kind of education, you have to choose what you want to do, and
mm,
any kind of education never goes waste for sure. So even I would, like tell people, children who want to get into any kind of field, just get the basic education and definitely learn more about the field you want to enter into. Knowledge never hurts. I'll tell you one thing. I am no saint here.
mm,
I was a confused child.
mm,
So I did not get up one day and say, okay, oh, I know I want to be an actor and that's all about it. No, I was a very confused child because I was good in studies and also I wanted to do all the extracurricular activities. So, that phase, and you should let children grow. That's what my parents did, I think. They were like,
mm.
okay, you want to be a pilot, go study that. You want to be a police officer, okay, think about that, dream about it. Sometime I wanted to be a painter. I realized I wasn't that good at it. But you should not stop yourself. Try it out, give it a try. One life, darlings, I believe this.
Mm.
One life, do all that you want to do and you will figure it out. There will be a point in life where you will know, this is what I like and this is what I'm good at, and success will come later, you know.
Mm.
But the fact that you made that decision for yourself and you are happy about it, I feel that matters.
Well said, Manisha. When I was building the concept of Jeho, what kind of a show it should be, and I was talking to my friends, coming out with different ideas. But one thing which was clear in my mind was that this show should inspire, even if someone, some kid in remote location of India is watching this show, or like Patna or anywhere else, a kid in Boston or New York or London, wherever, they watch this show, they should say, this achiever, the guest, my guest on the show, if they can do it, then I can also do it.
I
Thank
just
you for
speak
that.
my heart out there. One thing is that I can't lie. I hate liars, and I'm an actor. I can be a very good liar, but I just don't like that fact.
Mm.
And either I will tell you the truth, or I won't tell you, but I won't lie.
So, Manisha, do you do self-talk? Like, you are in a very competitive environment, right? I'm pretty sure, the industry, especially the modeling, acting, there is a cutthroat competition in that. And so, how you address your fears, and what is your self-talk process? I'm pretty sure we all get a lot of insecurities, especially like in your kind of a profession. Please help us in understanding how you manage your insecurities and fears.
Of course, I get insecure all the time. It's not insecurities, uh, those butterflies in the stomach and anxiety, uh, everything, name it, and I'm a human dude. And it is very normal to face all these things. I am, even if at times I am a superwoman, I feel that I am a normal girl next door, and every woman and man is. And we go through all these turmoils, it feels like, oh, the world has ended.
Mm,
But you need to know that it is like those 5 minutes or 10 minutes max, give it, you know, and tell yourself, this is going to go. It's not forever,
mm,
and uh, you won't believe, my friends know this. When I get anxiety, I'm like all over the place. I'm going nervous and angry and this and that. They're like, okay, give her 5 minutes, she'll be back. So everyone needs to find their own way to get back. My way is, I listen to music, I dance, I think about all the good things in my life, and everyone has them. Okay,
mm.
so it's okay. It's, sometimes people say, oh God, I go into depression, I go into anxiety, I have these anxiety attacks. Tell yourself, it is okay. It is normal, super normal. You just have to learn to snap back.
So, Manisha, are you a perfectionist? Like, even when we were preparing for this interview, you made sure with your staff that everything is well coordinated and prepared well. So you do the same thing with everything you do, like planning in advance. How important is planning for you?
uh I would like to be a perfectionist. The kind of work I am in, or anything you put me in, it's a teamwork. Okay, someone else is also putting in some efforts, and I should too. Then whatever we are trying to do together, it'll emerge out to be some kind of respectable place. And so I feel that is my duty, and I love doing it. Once all this is done, uh, then once I'm in front of the camera, then I let myself loose,
Mm.
like totally. Or be it my cars. Um, so we all the setup, setting up the car, I'm with the mechanics, I'm there, greased out totally, and really troubling myself what we need to do, everything, prepping. Once the car runs on the track, I let loose. I am flying. I'm flying, and I love that feeling. So it has to be a mix of both. A perfectionist there is in me, and then there's a person who is all set free, let loose kind.
Manisha, shall we take one quick break?
Well, guys, let's take a quick break.
Want doctors who are kind, warm and gentle. Time to visit Haverhill Prime Dental. To Haverhill Prime Dental. Haverhill Prime Dental.
Now, Manisha, coming back to your parents, especially your father, Mr. Ram Kelkar, who has written the dialogue for many hit movies, and especially, I think, all Bajpayee movies. Say, for example, Ram Lakhan, Kalnayak, um, Vishwanath, and so many other hit movies of 80s and 90s were written by your father. The dialogues were written by your father. And when last time when you did this, um, I think you did dialogue from Vishwanath of Shatrughan Sinha.
जली को आग कहते हैं, बुझी को राख कहते हैं। जिस राख से बारूद बने उसे विश्वनाथ कहते हैं।
वो जब आपने किया तो मुझे ऐसा लगा कि फीमेल शत्रुघ्न सिन्हा आ गई है. So एक बार, show it to our audience and tell us a little bit more about that.
So those were the days of actual dialogues. Films had meaty dialogues. One you reminded of my dad. It was जली को आग कहते हैं, बुझी को राख कहते हैं, जिस आग से बारूद बनता है उसे विश्वनाथ कहते हैं. Oh my God. So you can imagine
Yeah.
crazy yaar what these actors used to, you know, and that felt like filmy, and nowadays it's nice. Nowadays is very natural. The way we are speaking to each other, that kind of dialogue delivery is there. But I still like those. Maybe someday I'll do a film with all the dialogue bazi. Kangana does, she has amazing, and she makes sure she has some great dialogues too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. I hope to see you in that avatar soon then.
Love to.
Yeah. Great. And, coming to your mother, Jeevan Kala, who was on a recent dance show on TV with that famous song. So please share, and tell our audience about that.
So, my mom, after 40 years, she left her acting career long back, and after 40 years now, there's a show on Colors called Dance Divane, where Madhuri Dixit is the judge, and they invited her to be a guest for a day. Like a yesteryear actress. Her song "Hasta Hua No Rani," it goes like "Hasta Hua No Rani Chehra." Kali zulfe rang sunehra. So and you know what she said? I don't want to come on the show as a guest. I want to perform. And they were like stunned. They were like, really? Can they asked me, can she do that? I'm like, go ahead. If she says, she can. And she did, and all the news channels covered her. It was madness. She was super happy, and I was happy for her. So yeah,
It's
that
so
energy,
inspiring. Yeah.
she has so much energy in her, like mad energy.
Yeah. That was wonderful. Wonderful performance, actually. I watched that clip as well. And I was like, that performance is full of energy, and it's very inspiring. Very inspiring. Yeah. Okay, now shifting the gears a little bit, please tell us about any new upcoming projects you are doing it.
Oh God, can't wait. There's a Marathi film which is ready, which is soon. We're just waiting this lockdown. I tell you, Jay, everyone knows everything is postponed. So the release has been postponed. There is a film which I'm going to do in LA, and it's a great team. I don't know how much I can reveal right now, but the script is amazing. My character is very different than what I have done up till now. I'm super excited. So that's going to be my first mainstream Hollywood film, and there are lots more. So once I come there, definitely want to be doing a lot of work there. Would love to. Uh, well, Jay, I'm really fortunate to be working with a lady director in LA. Her name is Nicole Korn. It's Nicole Korn Films. You must have seen a few of her amazing award winning films like Ellen Undone and the recent one, more beautiful, who haven't been broken. Amazing lady. I think one of the few personalities you meet in life and you get inspired. She's someone like that, and she sketched out a great character for me. I I'm just looking forward to doing it. I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, good to know about this, your Hollywood adventure. Now, one thing I observed in last few days when I was watching some of your Marathi flicks, I didn't watch it all the movies or full, but like I watched clips of some of the Marathi movies. I understand some of Marathi, but not all. Well, my observation was one of the thing which I liked the most is that your Marathi is actually very melodious. It's like honey in the ears.
Guys, please. Maybe I don't know all that, but maybe you've not like you don't know Marathi, so you might be saying that you won't
Uh,
believe there's this Jan before just before lockdown. I had gone to Australia, okay, to hear a script, and we went to a club, and there on the stage they gave me the mic and they asked me to sing. I am a terrible singer. I know that, but I love singing. So I was like, okay, when put in the spotlight, I never give up. I
mm,
took the mic and just imagine what song I sang.
mm.
I sang a song from the film Shan.
Oh,
Doston se pyar kiya, dushmanon. I didn't understand a word. There was not a Hindi speaking audience out there, not a single one. And they were cheering, and I went on full swing and singing my bit. Crazy, crazy. So I do such things. Maybe because you don't know the language, you might have found it.
so it's like if I have to say, it's a 3M um, melodious Marathi Manisha.
When I said this to her,
Uh,
wow, what a compliment. Melodious
yeah.
Marathi. Cool.
So Manisha, we spoke about your Marathi films, Hollywood film, Bollywood films, your fashion shows, and you did well in all those. And I think there is the biggest wow factor of you, or I should say, the Jaho moment of you. Then even when we were looking at your profile, the thing which attract all of us at Jaho, that you being a Formula 4 racer, a field which is largely dominated by male. So I definitely want to know what inspired you to be a Formula 4 racer. I'm sure all the little girls or even boys watching all over the world, they want to know what was the inspiration behind it, what kind of a preparation you did it, and what challenges you faced to be a Formula 4 racer.
First thing, what you just mentioned, Jay, you're
Mm,
absolutely right. It's a dominated by men. This profession, India. So I'll tell you, people don't even know this can be a
mm,
profession. Okay, and forget then girls getting into it. Uh, whatever number of girls I've seen in this profession is because their parents, in some way or the other, were connected to motorsports.
mm,
But for me, what happened was my parents loved cars. Okay, like those days, my mom tells me it used to be so difficult to have a car of your own, and my mom spent all her money to just. She was so crazy about cars. She bought her first car, which was called the elegant Fiat. It's called the
mm.
kissing car. You know, the doors
Oh,
open
oh,
on the
yeah,
other sides. Yeah, we still have that. Mom and dad were both crazy about cars, so that passion came into me, and I started during those times. Bombay had go karting, so I started go karting, participated in a few races. But Bombay does not have that kind of space, to actually have races and all. So after a point, it just stopped. Then my college started, and acting started. Busy with life. But of course, that love for car will never die. And what happened was, I was so fortunate. And I believe when you really want something and you put that thought in the universe really hears you out.
mm,
And something or the other, it's magic. I believe life is magical. And there was this um, event where they were testing girls all over India and for Formula 4 racing. And I think, I don't know exact numbers of 500, 600 girls had come and they chose six. I was one of the six girls. And then we were trained, actually trained for a year to participate in the national level Formula 4 car racing. And then there was no looking back. Oof, I just went back to those days. It was mad. Like, the dream. I didn't even know as a child, okay, something I can get, something like this is a profession. I can get into it as a profession. And now I am in, people ask me, so, you have one life and you're having two professions. How are you managing? So that's what I tell them. It's one life and you better do all that you want to do. And if you can, then why not?
Yeah, true. Well said, Manisha. And this reminds me, actually, a few days back, there was a story on you on Times of India, and the title was something like Fighting Your Fears. So please share with us what kind of fears you have and how do you fight your fears?
It's not just racing.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, like I told you in the beginning, you need to fight your fears. Everybody has fears. Even Superwoman has fears. The Wonder Woman has her own fears, and you just have to fight them. That's how you get through life. You can't say life is hunky dory or rosy. Then there's no fun too.
Mm,
And if you talk about racing, when I said that article I remember was after my accident. So I'm met with a major car accident where the driver was driving really rash. I wasn't. I was sitting behind, and I still get goosebumps when I think of it. He was driving at a speed of 150 at night around 10, 11 on the highway uh, in Coimbatore. We were coming back from the track to the hotel, and he was just not listening to me. I was like, I even begged him, I have a mother to take care of, please don't do this. And he didn't listen to me. And at that speed we crashed into a car
mm,
and then crashed into a wall. The car was smashed. The guy was saved because the airbags came out. I was behind, belt was on, and the belt went into me. So with that impact, uh, my intestines were ruptured,
oh,
and the doctors, it was so far, from the highway to the hospital, and they moved me from one hospital to other. Crazy. We can talk about all this later. I was like, the doctor said it's it's so critical because if the fluids from the intestine get into the blood, it's instant death,
mm,
mind you. And they said she has to be operated right now. There was no one from my family out there. There was this other racer, her parents were there, they signed for me, and I was rushed to the operation theater. And but here I am. Ta-da! All fine, perfect.
oh, yeah. This story really moved me. Yeah, I was thinking that in the future, if I'm feeling low at any given point of time, then I'll go back and watch this episode to get inspired. So, Manisha, last year was very challenging for everyone, and the recent months in India were like very tough. And there was so many lockdowns and all that. I noticed you posted a lot of good videos, motivating videos on your profile. So please share with us how you spent all the time in lockdown and how you kept yourself going.
Oh, lockdown. It was scary for everybody. Um, so was it for me. But within a few days, uh, within few days I got over all of it, and I thought, I think this is the best time I have for myself right now, because you're so caught up with work day and nights. If you're not
Mm.
shooting, you have meetings. So all that is happening, and so many things you want to do it for yourself. At times, you tend to lose that focus. And lockdown was something where I could really dedicate that time for these things. I read a lot. It's reading is, I tell you, it really enhances your life. It really does. In between, I was really out of touch of reading because too much of traveling, this,
Mm.
that. So I got back to it and like crazy. I'm and learning new things every time. Maybe from maybe a speech from somebody, or maybe some art. Like I started learning a little bit of guitar, and
Oh,
just keeping yourself growing all the time. And growth is so important, Jay. I'll tell you, um, as long as you're breathing, you should keep
mm.
growing. I feel that if that growth stops, I feel you're dead. So not because you stop breathing and that's another kind of you know uh, end of life. But if I feel a person stops growing in life, he no more exists. So that helped. That was a great change in me, and I really used lockdown that way. I'm glad things are changing now. I'm glad we are coming back to reality again, where we are shooting. My races have started, so of course I love this life. But I'm continuing to grow, and I'm loving that.
Yeah, very powerful statement. Um, you mentioned about books. So, any particular book you're reading now, or you want to refer it to our audience?
So many things. Just oh God, this I actually love reading about acting too,
Mm.
because no one is a born actor, but
Mm.
the experiences that these great actors share, I love reading about them, and I love watching movies. I can read a random book also. So I got hold of a book by Shakuntala Devi about. It's a very small little teeny book,
Mm.
which tells you how solving day to day math problems in a very weird magical way, and
Ah,
it's fantastic. So I basically read anything that catches my fancy. Fancy. I I just have to feel the book, and it has to. The book chooses me. I feel so. That's how it is.
very well. So, Manisha, last year was so tough for everyone because of this pandemic, and even especially the recent months in India were very, very challenging. And in all that period, I noticed that you posted a lot of your fitness videos, which were very inspiring for sure. So, please share your secret of fitness, how you maintain yourself.
I'll tell you one thing. Um, Fitness. Um, it's not a craze. Okay. I believe.
Mm.
I believe this statement. Health is wealth.
Mm.
If you're healthy, everything. You are more energetic. You are more passionate towards your work, because you want to do things. That there's so much energy inside me. I feel, and then I want to utilize it. So you have to build this energy, and half of it comes from your workouts, your diet. Diet comprises also of very. And diet is what I'm not talking about, going on a strict diet or not. No, diet is something that is a proper amount of nutrition that your body requires. That's diet. And then a proper amount of exercises. I'm not telling you go to the gym every day. Try out things that you love to do. Try out things that your body suits your body. Go for random martial arts classes. Go for dancing is
Mm.
the best. Swimming, there's so much, it's fun. And the next half comes from your. Yes, it's spiritual, I feel. And by spirituality, I don't mean going to temples or churches. That's another thing altogether. I go to temples and churches because my mom wants me to, but I feel that whosoever the
Yeah.
God, that energy is in here.
Mm.
He's right here, and you need to give him, her, the time it requires. And I am very spiritual that way. I believe in energies. Everything around us is made up of energies. You, me, this table, everything. It's energies all around us. People we meet, and you have to give respect and love to each other. And that's how I believe energies grow. And that is what I believe is spirituality.
So do you also do meditation?
Before lockdown, I was super bad at it. Like
Mm.
I felt I could never do it, but during lockdown, I realized the magic of meditation.
Mm.
It's madness, dude. I loved it, and it's not like you have to sit for hours and no. It's every person can have their own kind of meditation. So you have to find out your way. I loved it.
Wow, that's powerful. I think I think I learned a lot today, and I'm sure my audience as well has learned something today. So Manisha, you are pretty successful in your films, in your formula for racing. So what's your plan in terms of settling down?
Uh, Settling down for me is being uh, in a very good state of mind. Love is very important for everybody. We are social animals, and uh, love is super important, be it from your parents, from your friends, or from your life partner. That's what if you call it. And I would love that in my life, definitely. Uh, Waiting for the right person, if you
Mhm.
can say so. Uh, and then there's no stopping. Till then, enjoying my singlehood and loving it.
So thank you so much, Manisha, for joining us today. It was a very inspiring session, and I learned so much from you today, and I'm so sure that my audience also has learned so much from you today.
Jay, I should say thank you to you. You are introducing me to such lovely audiences from the other country, and I wish to be connected to all of them because I definitely will come to them with my film soon. And it's always great to know amazing people. But before going, I really want to wish you good luck for this show. You're doing an amazing job, and I want to see your second season coming up. Very inspirational and very motivating, dear. Even you are. So, you know what? If you want more luck, you have to say something along with me.
Yes, tell me.
So, I'll say, Ganpati Bappa, you say,
Oh
Moria.
yeah, okay,
Amazing,
that's awesome.
amazing.
Yeah,
That is definitely getting
one
me
more
to
time,
laugh.
one more
One
time.
more time.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll be
Ganpati Bappa,
more. Yeah.
Moria. That's getting a good luck, dude. Remember.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the conversation with Manisha. If you like this video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe the channel. And we will be back very soon with another celebrity guest. Till then, Jai Ho.
J ho, J ho, J ho. This is J Kumar Show.